Hello everybody, this is Joshua Kitts of the Composed Dream Games RPG Marketplace, and I wanted to make a very quick video to let everyone know that this week, September 28th through October 5th, 2025, is our annual site-wide sale. Our annual site-wide sale always occurs around the 1st of October. Now, all print titles, so that's about, are 20% off, and all PDF titles are 25% off. That's on both our Canadian and our UK RPG Marketplace sites. So head on over. There's like 500 plus titles that you could pick up from us. Those are, go to composedreamgames.com, click on the Marketplace, click on the Canadian Marketplace, click on the UK Marketplace, go straight to composedreamgames.co.uk and just browse through the titles. Go. You're still here. Are you still here? Okay, well, maybe I'll show you quickly what the site looks like. We are going to be changing our featured list every day of the sale, so you'll see some different titles highlighted at the top and at the bottom of every page. Alright, so here I am. I've gone to the base site, composedreamgames.com. You can go to the Canadian Marketplace. You can go to the UK Marketplace. You can click on it here or there, or you can go specifically to the right URLs. We're going to go to the Canadian Marketplace. Why not? Fear not. Yes, there is a Canada Post strike. We are still shipping with our shipping partners out throughout the time frame. If you scroll down here, these are the currently featured items. As you can see, they're all 20% off. PDFs are 25% off. If you click on something like all products, and then you scroll down to the side and you're on a computer, filters unfortunately don't show up on mobile very well, so you just have to spend more time scrolling or use these other categories, which you can definitely use on the side here. Maybe you clicked on this video because you're a Blackmoor fan, so maybe you'd want to click on OSR D&D and then hit refine search, and then you'd see a whole bunch of OSR titles, five whole pages of them. Maybe there's a different system that you're really interested in. Maybe there's a genre that you're particularly fond of, like sci-fi, and you want to go there and see all the sci-fi titles we have, which we have, you know, quite a few great new release sci-fi shooter, tons of other cool sci-fi titles. I don't want to actually highlight too much, but all these filters really handy. You can now see we just spun out everything out as a separate PDF listing. So head on over to either of our sites. If you arrive on the Canadian site by accident, it by default will say Canadian up at the top here, and it'll say UK Marketplace here. And if you click on UK Marketplace, it'll switch you to the UK Marketplace, which has this handy flag, so you always know where you are, and you don't make a purchase from the wrong site. There are a bunch of other categories on the websites that you can click into that should help you find things. Like there's just the system category or the publisher, so if you wanted to see if we carry a specific publisher or find all of that publisher's titles, you can just click on those as well. We are changing up those featured titles every day. Haven't changed them at the time of this recording, but we'll be changing them momentarily, so you'll see a different set of featured titles. Still here. Okay. So what is Composed Dream Games? We work with indie as well as larger role-playing game publishers. We get them into retailers. So if you're a retailer, we appreciate you, and we want to help get tabletop role-playing games by mostly who we carry are Canadian and UK designers, and we operate in both markets. And that's really the main reason for focusing on those two, is because that's our base. That's where we are. That's where we operate.
and we want to make it easier for folks in those markets to get those games, and back and forth, right? So we bring lots of UK titles to Canada, we bring all the Canadian titles to the UK. All right, so head on over. Still here. Well, I guess you see the video still going. So, what else could I tell you? Well, we try to do this every year for Blackmoor Week, like I said. Or we do this every year for Blackmoor Week, like I said. It's the one site-wide sale that we do a year. Part of that is we want to be fair to our retailer partners, so that we're not having real regular sales. On very rare occasions, we'll have something on special, or a handful of titles for special. But we do distribute into local retailers in Canada and in the UK. So if you ever get a title from one of those that we carry, and you don't get a PDF, you're always welcome to reach out to us, and we will happily make sure that you get a PDF as well. We also think the terms of some providers aren't as generous as they could be with publishers. So that was an important incentive for making the marketplace. What was the other? I've also published some of my own games, so if you happen to be interested in what I have personally created, that would be Simple Superheroes, God Killer Prophecy. That's a GM-less one-shot game where you're illustrating your journey across 6 chapters, and use playing cards that kind of escalate, and you start losing cards as you play, trying to get all the best ones to defeat the Dark God at the end. And Fabrication, a game that makes games, that's an alpha. But it is very playable as it is, and you're welcome to pick that up, any of those. If you are listening to this after the sale happens, I'm sorry, and you're still here, you could still like the video. I never say that, you know. So if you have a question about any of our games, go ahead and comment. If you appreciate what we do, go ahead and comment. If you have a question about how we work, go ahead and comment. Share it if you deem it appropriate. And maybe check out some of the other videos we've made. I've made a couple on all of the Canadian games that we carry, or trying to show off as many of them as I could. And I'll be doing that for UK publishers shortly as well. All the best, and good gaming, everybody.